Buying plants online is a great option, especially if you are aware of a source which is reliable and trustworthy. I recently tried buying plants online for the first time, and I live in Adelaide, which is in the south part of Australia, and I bought plants from Queensland, which is also in Australia. The weather in Queensland is tropical and is a weather which plants love a lot, to be honest. And I just went through Facebook Messenger and I found this guy. And I saw that his plants were doing great. The plants he was selling were fantastic, and I just couldn't stop myself. Started the conversation and bought a few plants. So I bought around 6 plants from him, and I made sure that the plants came in express post because I did not want the plants to be inside a covered box for a long time. Otherwise, it definitely affects their health. The guy had posted the plants on Monday and I got it on Wednesday, but obviously I had to go to the post office, collect the plants, and then I work as well, so I have to make sure that I do all this when I have time. So I opened my plants on Thursday at night. So you can say 4 days the plants were inside these boxes, which was covered and had no holes or nothing like that. From my assumption, soil is something you cannot transport from one part of the country to the other for some I'm not sure, biological or biochemistry, whatever reason. Now, he had sent plants and they were all in fantastic condition. I had ordered a philodendron, I had ordered a caladium, and few aglaonemas as well. These plants came from a tropical place. The weather in Queensland is tropical. In fact, these days it's like warmer from what I know. But in Adelaide, it's like up and down. Few days it's hot, few days it's cold. And right now it's cold in Adelaide again. So these plants not only had the change in soil, but the change in weather as well. And you are literally uprooting them from one pot, keeping them in boxes where they're not getting fresh air, and then you are potting them. The next thing I did was I had to prioritize planting these plants. So I bought my pots and a proper soil mixture was made, a loose soil mixture. So I always make a loose soil mixture using my normal potting mix and some aeration like perlite, vermiculite stones. It has to have a lot of nutrients, so I do make a mixture of cow manure and organic compost. Everything is mixed and plants are planted in this soil. I also have to understand the requirement of every single plant, like philodendrons and caladiums and aglaonemas. These love warm weather. They love humidity. Even one of the tropical plants, the name is extremely big and I haven't learned the pronunciation yet, so I'm gonna just put the name down there. So even these all plants are tropical, so I had to keep them inside my house and not outside where it's extremely cold. So I did that. Now if I give you an example of the first plant, and that's this philodendron. So I did plant it, and if you have a look, that's my soil, literally a very well drained loose soil. Again, I always say that try to make a clay ball, and if it's forming, that soil is not good. So this soil has some coco peat as well, just so that some moisture is there in the soil, and obviously everything else that I just mentioned. The new shoot is coming from here, and that's the philodendron. Look at the leaf. Now obviously it's only one leaf. It was still an expensive plant. I think I bought it for $25, and now I'm expecting it to thrive. The next plant is this Aglaonema, as you can see. Now after I had planted this Aglaonema, it went in shock for good 3-4 days and the leaves went all droopy like this. So it will happen. You should not give up on plants if they are under shock. You have to understand that the plants have literally traveled and you need to give them some time to come back in their original state. Leave them in a good condition, in a proper spot. Over here it's not getting direct sun, but it's a bright spot, and obviously I will take care that I do not overwater. This was another Aglaonema which I ordered. So the combination of green and pink, I think it is a lipstick Aglaonema. I'm not really sure because the pink is not there much. Maybe because the plant went under shock state, but I'm assuming that it will come back soon. I've kept it near the window, as you can see over here. It's getting a lot of bright light, definitely no direct sunlight, and I've given it some support, and I'm assuming that it will come back and it will start again, growing the way it was. I literally had to cut a few leaves from this side because they died. but this does happen when buy plants online, which is absolutely fine because it's worth it. I know this will not die now and this will grow. This is again a tropical plant. It comes from the ginger plant variety, the variegated ginger plant variety. So look at the leaves, how beautiful they are. Now, whenever I see variegation, the first thing is a lot of light, not direct sunlight, indirect light. Look at this variegation, how beautiful it is. So obviously again this plant went in shock. I have kept it at a good spot, getting fresh air, getting light, indirect, water is fine, it's taken care of, not to water a lot, and again this will grow, and I will keep updating you guys whenever I post the future videos about the health of these plants as well. Now this is again an Aglaonema that I bought with different variety, with different design on the leaves obviously. Have a look, this is literally under shock right now. If you can have a look, the leaves are in downward direction, they are droopy, the plant is still in shock state, which I can see, but that's perfectly fine. I am 100% sure that in a week's time, it will come back and it will thrive, and I have that positive hope, and I'm sure it will work fine for me. So I just wanted to share this experience of buying plants online. You can definitely go for it if you are hesitant, because I was also hesitant, thinking that what if it is a scam, because there are so many scams these days. Just go for one plant, buy one cheap plant and see if that person that you're buying it from, can you trust that person? If you feel that that one plant you bought is in a good state and you can keep buying plants more and more, then you can just go for more plants in future. And this is also a good option especially for those plants, because you just go to the nursery in garden centers and you literally do not find a few variety of plants that you are after in the local nurseries around you. And that's what was happening with me. I used to never find these plants, the ones that I want, these Aglaonemas and all that I want, in the nearest nursery. So I had to buy online, and I am very happy that I bought them online. So this is a good option that you all can try. I had a great experience. With that, I'll take your leave and I'll come up with something new and fresh next time. And with that, bye.